Hey guys, thank you so much for purchasing my template. I really and truly appreciate you from the way bottom of my heart. Now let's go ahead and get started. If you purchase the template, page 1, we'll pretty much have a completed template that I use the AI that I was able to find. I found this beautiful couple inside of Canva. And on page 2, you should have a blank template so you can start from scratch and do what you do, boo. And then on page 3, you will have the silver silky Will You Marry Me. And page 4, you will have the red version of Will You Marry Me with the roses. And page 5, you know, Mother's Day is coming up, so well, or depending on whenever you're deciding to watch this video, I did include a Happy Mother's Day one as a bonus. And if you scroll to page 6, you will be able to access my YouTube channel. But let's go ahead and get started because I'm gonna show you how to use your Cricut machine to slice and score. Yes. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're on the same exact page, we're gonna go to share, and then we're gonna go to download. I don't know what it is with me, but I actually love switching this to 1.625. Call it an OCD move. I don't know what, but I just have to do it, and I cannot tell you why. To make our lives easier, we're going to go to transparent background, and we definitely are not going to bring all 6 of these pages over. Just remember, whatever page you're working on, you put that page number in selected page box, and that would be the page that you decide to bring wherever your destination is going to be. So we're going to take page 1. We're going to put it here, and then we're going to click on done. I have already downloaded this, so I'm not going to download it again. But just remember, whenever you download it, you're going to wait for the computer box to pop up, and make sure you're paying attention. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to do it just in case, because I know sometimes a lot of people download stuff and they don't know where it went. So we are going to wait in 3, 2, 1, 1.5. 1 3/4. We're not at 0 yet. All right, y'all are just listening to me babble on because I'm just crazy. But once this finishes downloading, there you go, the dialog box pops up. So right here is where your folders are. Like, let's say I wanted it to go onto my desktop, I will click desktop and I will save it and put it wherever I need to go to. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to go to downloads. So downloads, you're going to put it in download, you're going to put file name, and then you're going to put whatever you're deciding to name it. So I'm just going to name mine 999. Well, that wasn't 999, that's 98989, whatever. We're going to click on save, and then we're going to go over to Cricut. Let me clear that out. Whenever you open Cricut up, it should look like this, especially if you got the new update. I am going to do new projects and go all the way down to blank canvas. Now, a lot of you guys' canvas is not going to look like this. I like working on a white background, but if you want to work on a white background, you can go to the upper left hand corner, click between the 2 zeros there, and that's how you change your grid lines. So you have the big ones, the tiny ones, and the naked one. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to put it on the big ones. So let's go over to uploads. We're going to click on upload, browse. We're going to click on the 98999899999, and we're going to bring that image in. Once the image is brought in, all you're gonna do is click on continue. Okay, Design Space, you actually working for my video and it's not freezing too bad. Well, let me not speak too fast. Okay, y'all. Okay. I started to sweat a little bit. All right, so it's right there. We're gonna click on apply and continue. And I like to use flat graphic. So we're gonna click continue. And we're gonna wait. Okay, click upload. All right, and hopefully my Design Space acts amazing for this video and I don't have to edit this part out because it's all of eternity just for my stuff to load. Come on, Design Space. Yes. Okay, boo. All right, so whenever you get it, it's gonna come in super big. So we're gonna bring it down tiny. Actually, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because this is diabolically big. Okay, so we're gonna shrink this down so that we can fit it in the screen. Okay, so this is the part where you guys are gonna actually decide what size you want to cut this out, because I know that Design Space you can only go up to a certain amount. I actually did mine on 11 by 17 paper. If you're doing yours and you're making a smaller one, depending on if you want to leave this area blank, and the area I'm talking about is right here where the arrow is moving, because I decided to put an object there. If you don't want to put an object there, you can leave it blank, or you can actually change it and put another picture or put words there or put whatever you want inside of your template that's inside of Canva. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you guys how I size mine, but just make sure that you just figure out what size you want to do. But an easy way to do that is I'm gonna go to shapes, that black, I don't like it. It looks depressing. All right, so let's change that to a more happier color. So let's do purple. I'm gonna go up here to the lock. I am going to switch the width to 8.5. Butterfingers, okay, 8.5 by 11. Because that will be the size of the paper, right? So then you see how your template is in the back. There's two ways that you can bring it forward, which you can go over here to the right hand side inside of the layers panel, and you can actually click on whatever you named yours. Mine is 9899999, and you can just drag it up to the top. But if you don't want to do all of that, because you might have a lot of stuff over here, you can actually go to your keyboard if you have Windows, only if you have Windows, because that's what I have, and I don't know what to tell anybody else that doesn't have a Windows computer. So on the Windows computer, you're going to see in the lower right hand corner of the keyboard, the control, it should be CTRL. You're going to hold that down, and then right up to where your backspace is, it's literally, you're gonna have a left and a right bracket. It's kind of on top of your enter key. So I am going to press the right bracket. So you see when I press the right bracket, it comes forward. If I press the left bracket, it goes to the back. So those are shortcut keys for you. Now I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to fit it inside. I'm gonna fit it inside of the paper. I'm sorry guys, my dogs are acting crazy. So I'm gonna fit it inside of the paper, and then that's how I would measure this. Now if I wanted to go a little bit bigger, I'm going to press Control D, and then I'm going to go and change this to 11 by 17, because that's what I usually print these on. I'm going to duplicate this one so that you guys can see the size difference. I'm going to press Control D. I'm going to scoot this over. So now we're on the 11 by 17 paper. We're going to stretch it out to as big as it can go. You should probably most likely end up getting a, right here in the upper right hand corner, you're going to get images too large. So I like to do auto resize because it'll actually just do it on its own, and that's the biggest that you can go. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So this one, the largest that I can go is 7.57 in width and 15.26 in height. And let's see for this one. This one you could ball out. You go all the way to the end of the page, because Lord have mercy, it ain't stopping you at all. So just don't go too far over. Okay, so we have our two different sizes, the 8.5 and we got the 11. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually delete these so that you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll probably end up using, let's make this disappear. I'm probably going to blow this up. Okay, so now here's the part of the video where we're gonna add our score lines and we're going to add our cut lines. So to access that, you're gonna go over here to shapes, and you see right here under the word free, there's a line. We're going to select that line. And with this line, we are going to make lots of score lines. Well, not lots, just a few score lines. And we're also gonna do our cut lines. So let's start off with the score lines. So I'm gonna make a duplicate of these so I don't have to keep going back. So here we go. And to make a duplicate is Control D. So I'm gonna start right here. Let's blow that up so that you guys can see. So you see right here, let me see if I could change, can I change the color of this? No, of course I can't change the color for score line. All right, so we're gonna line it up between the heart and the square. So we actually want it to go all the way to the bottom. So we have, we started it right there. We're gonna take it and we're gonna drag it all the way to the bottom. And then you know what I'm gonna do? Because that one's already the size that I need, I am going to press Control D and duplicate that one because it's already that size already. So then I'm going to bring it over to here. And I'm just going to make sure that my my score line goes all the way down to the bottom. So we're just gonna bring this down a little bit. Fabulous. And we're gonna probably bring it over. So I'm just gonna tap my right key just a little bit to bring it over. Fabulous. Now we have our two score lines. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to do the scores going across all the squares that are in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go up here to rotate, and I'm gonna rotate it to 90 degrees. Let me erase these. I don't know what I was thinking when I told you to duplicate all those, because we got to duplicate them when we turn them horizontal. All right, so what we're going to do is we rotated it 90 degrees. We're going to take one and we're going to put it in between our box, guys, like so, like that. Just like Miss Tabby says, like so, like that. And we're going to take another one. And we're gonna put it, and we're gonna just line them up between the boxes. Just make sure that, make sure you line them up the way that you wanna get them. I don't want that one, I want this one. I'm gonna bring it down just a pinch. Okay, so we have that one where I want it. We're gonna do these like this. We're gonna keep adding them. There we go. So now that we have completed all of our score lines, what I like to do is I like to group them together so that they don't move. So we're gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna highlight them all. And I'm gonna press this button that's underneath the layers. It looks like a double square with another square on the outside. We're gonna press group. And then I'm gonna click on the word group, and we are gonna name this our score lines. Enter. So now we have our score lines done, right? So now we are going to line this back up. There we go. All right, so now that that's lined back up, I'm gonna go back over to shapes, right underneath the word free. We're gonna click on this. And now we are gonna switch it because we're not using score lines anymore. Now we need to use cut lines. So we're going to highlight that, go up to operation, click on score, and click on basic. Now what I just did is I just let the Cricut machine know that we will not be using the scoring anymore. We'll be using the cut lines. So we don't need to do any vertical cut lines, but we need to do horizontal cut lines. So we're gonna go back up here to rotate 90 degrees. And now we're gonna end up putting these cut lines in between all of the hearts. Matter of fact, I'm gonna duplicate that one because that's the size that I need. So Control D. I'm gonna grab these and we're just gonna put them between all of the hearts. You guys are doing fantastic. Look at y'all go. Go ahead, y'all. All right, so this is our last line. So these are the way that I want it. So now I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna move this out of the way and I am going to group. We should go over to layers, click on your double boxy thing and click on the word group, and I'm gonna put cut lines. So now you have your score, oops. Now you have your score lines and your cut lines. So anytime you keep bringing in new love boxes or the marry me proposal boxes inside of here, all you would have to do is bring these out and line them up. They're ready to go. They are now reusable. So now what I'm gonna do is, if you're gonna print this out on a heavy cardstock, like a white cardstock, then I would say utilize your score and cut lines on your pictures. But if you're like me and you're gonna use the 11 by 17 glossy sticker paper, or any type of glossy sticker paper, or any type of sticker paper, photo sticker paper, you do not want to utilize the score lines, because what's going to happen is when the stylus drags over the picture, it is going to rip the picture, or it's just gonna make it really, really bad. You don't want to do that. So because I'm using photo paper, I will just utilize actually glossy sticker photo paper. I'm just going to be utilizing the cut lines. As far as the actual background for the box, what you're going to stick this to, what you're going to do from here is you're going to press Control D. You're going to duplicate this, and we're going to turn this from a print to cut to a basic cut. Now, when you turn it from a print to cut to a basic cut, that's when you are going to attach these lines to where you need to attach them to. So we're going to do here, right? And we're going to line this up. There we go. So now I can see. And we're going to line them up like this. Oops, sorry guys. Trying to get the score lines. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Score lines, Control D. All right, so once you get your cut lines and your score lines on this one, you're going to highlight everything and you're going to click on attach. This is just letting the Cricut know that it's going to cut and it's going to cut and score your cardstock. On this one, like I said, unless you're printing on the sticker paper, I would not use the score lines. I would use the cut lines. So what you would do to use the cut lines is you're going to take your cut lines and you're going to line them up between the hearts like this. So now these are lined up and ready to go. So I'm going to press attach. So from here, all you guys would have to do is actually go, you're going to make sure you click save. I'm going to just put YouTube. So we're going to click on save. And we're going to go to our next screen. From here is where you would make sure that your material size is going to be whatever size that you're going to print from. I print from 11 by 17. I'm going to send it to my printer. Once you send it to the printer and it prints and it comes out, you're going to be able to put it into your Cricut, and Cricut will actually slice all your hearts. But like I said, if you're using a heavy cardstock, then you can go ahead and put your score lines on this. And down here would be your actual the back piece that you're gonna stick it to, your glitter cardstock or whatever color cardstock you're gonna use, and it's safe to put your score lines and cut lines on here. So that pretty much, guys, is the end of the video. If you have any questions or anything like that, and you need a place to find me, you can find me on all platforms, honey, everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, at Handmade Lovely Customs. Handmade Lovely Customs, honey. I'm everywhere. So make sure if you have a question or anything, or you can leave a comment below. Make sure that you like and subscribe for this video or any future videos. And once again, thank you so much.